This podcast is intended for informational purposes only and should not replace professional mental health care. If you are in crisis, please contact your local emergency number or the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 988. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Hello Human Podcast, your resource for grounded guidance and staying connected with yourself and each other in these digital times. I am Dr. Joy.
And I'm Aaron Jones, LMFT.
And today we got a special guest in the house. Boop, boop,
Super
boop,
excited.
Yeah, you get all that. You get all that.
All that.
Yes, we got Stevon Lewis, speaker, author, psychotherapist, and the host of podcast How to Talk to High Achievers About Anything. Produced by LWC Studio, Stevon is a trusted expert in his field where he focuses on empowering high achievers to overcome imposter syndrome by helping them shift their thinking so that they can develop a deeper connection with their achievements. That's how you describe it.
Yeah, that's what
I feel like you have a slightly different reputation for what you do.
Oh, here we go.
Here
we go. The internet. If people get on Beyonce internet and say wow stuff all day long.
Internet and say whatever they want.
Whatever.
Let me. I know that I'm throwing us off track just a little bit, but I cannot sit in this seat between these two gentlemen and not acknowledge how incredibly special I feel right now and how grateful I am.
Thank you, Dr. Joy.
To be present with both of you. I want to say that it is because of y'all that my dating life is in shambles.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why.
Don't
I'm
put
going to
that
tell
on
you
me.
why.
Don't put that on me.
Because the two of you demonstrate to me what is possible in terms of communication and levels of emotional intelligence and self-awareness and the capacity to do all the things that I would love to be able to do. Because I know that it's possible. I get in these streets and it's like, I know y'all can do better than this.
If you go to school for it. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
There's a common denominator there, a common thread.
Process
That's that part. That part.
Okay.
Intelligent.
Yeah.
This was not pre-installed software.
Listen.
Okay.
I like that pre-installed software.
Actually, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I have to manage my expectations, and I need to decide what that even means right now. Because it the way it's translating in my girl brain is lower your standards, and the answer is no.
No.
I know that's not what you're saying. I'm saying,
I hear you.
you know, the way the filter.
Yeah.
You said it, and then it filtered,
Yeah.
and what I understood
I need to lower my standards.
may not be what you said, but I'm telling you, that's why I said I need to sit with it. But I want
Date a
to.
therapist. That could be the other takeaway. The other
I
side of that.
mean, you know,
I'm just saying.
it's possible. And anything's possible.
Okay.
The bar's in hell. Wait, did I say the quiet part out loud? My bad.
Not you saying it's possible, but the bar's in hell.
Did I say the quiet part out loud? My bad.
The problem is like he might not be wrong though. Like that's
It's the fact that it was the order in which you said
Yeah.
it. You said anything is possible. Also,
Yeah.
the bar's in hell.
yeah.
So
It's
just
the rock bottom.
it feels validating, is what it does.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
I'm happy you feel validated.
Oh, this is fun. I love this.
This is already. We are cutting up already. Okay. So before we go any further off track, again, I just wanted to take a moment to appreciate the both of
Thank
you
you,
and
Dr.
say
Joy.
I'm so grateful to be present with two men whom I respect personally and professionally, and I'm excited to have this conversation. So before we jump in, you know, we start with our temperature check.
All right, temperature check for both of you.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna volley it to the group to my left.
Okay.
Okay. From a scale of investing early in the Walt Disney Corporation
Okay.
to investing in Betamax and VHS tapes,
Whoa. Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's what it's like around
Yeah,
here.
okay,
Man.
I'm with it.
Comparisons come out of nowhere.
That was
Walt Disney or Betamax and VHS.
Okay.
How well did you invest your time this week?
Oh, I see the pivot. Okay, I see what you did there. I see what you
take
did
you
there.
one way,
I see what you did
The
there.
other way.
I mean, okay. How did I invest my time this week based on Disney early investor? They still popping. Betamax and VCR obsolete as they can be.
Yeah.
I'm like a MP3 player or something. Like, is that like in between? No, I got some stuff right. Yeah.
You remember that thing?
Yeah.
It was the only.
Yeah.
It did have like 50 songs on it.
Yeah, that was all you can have with it. No, I did some stuff well.
Okay.
There's some stuff I still, need to make happen. And I'm not even going to front. I wanted to trick off a lot of time this week.
Fair.
I'm not even going to lie to the people. I'm not even going to lie to the people. I want to sit on my couch and not do anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's up.
I
Thank
feel
you.
like that could be valuable.
True story.
I feel like that is rest. That is a break from whatever. And it's necessary and can be valuable. It can be a valuable investment. Mm-hmm. Okay. Y'all are not buying it.
Well,
I mean, no, it can't. Oh, rest is
I'm
important.
holding
Oh, yeah,
space
100%.
for it.
Okay.
I'll just say that. I'm holding space for
There
that.
you go.
Fair. I'll take it. I'll take it.
All right, Dr. Joy, how'd you invest your time this week?
Man, I appreciate this sort of context of like Disney's still around, which would imply that was a great investment to have made.
Yeah,
versus
for somebody. For somebody's pockets.
And versus VCR, VHS, Betamax, which you lost here. If you didn't sell in time, you're done.
Betamax was around for like 5 months.
4 seconds, I promise you. Okay, so, I'm gonna say I'm leaning towards Disney.
Okay.
In that, one, I hope the time that I invested this week will lend itself to something that will last a long time.
Okay.
So that's one part. And I also feel beyond the longevity, there's a level of relevance
Okay.
that Disney still has. There are still people who are like Disney down, right? Princesses, the whole, they're in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I also hope that apart from the longevity, what I invested in this week still feels relevant both now and in the future. So
I like what you did there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're talking about shaping society for the future in a way. Disney's done that. Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Picking up what you're putting
For
down.
better, for worse,
No,
right?
that part.
Disney's
Yeah.
done a lot of stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right. For better, for worse.
Oh, so
better,
you
for
saying
worse.
the part of my dating machine is Disney princesses is what you saying?
No, not.
Oh, okay. I
mean,
thought that's what you said.
early Disney princesses versus later Disney princesses is a big beef. It's a big difference.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big difference between, all of it's controversial, but between Cinderella and Mulan, give me Mulan all day.
Oh, okay.
I prefer a partner who can do things.
Oh, yeah.
Who has
100%.
purpose and passion and out in the world doing stuff. This is just how I look at it.
Creating their own destiny. I like it. Yeah.
So no problem with being a princess. What do you do with it? It's a lot of princesses in literature that are bad. You know what I mean? They doing things.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Princess Leia Organa led a galactic revolution. You know what I mean?
That
and
happened.
she's a Disney princess technically.
That happens.
So,
But
yo.
I love that you went there.
I'm sad you haven't seen it. So
I
on
know.
a whole nother episode, we'll talk about why Dr. Joy has not seen Star Wars.
I haven't
The
seen
deep dive.
things.
You
I haven't
admitted
seen
that
things.
live.
I did. I ain't seen it. I've seen it at Disneyland. I went to anyway.
Okay.
Where are you?
Yeah. It was shifted off of me. And
Where are you?
You know what? Today I'm a little bit closer to the Disney side of things.
Okay, we
this
love
week.
to hear it.
Yeah, this week. I've been trying to get my act together.
Okay.
Right? Week over week, when I come to this podcast, I'm trying to give a positive account to the people. Because I think it sounded like I was struggling, like in some episodes in the back.
And let me say, sometimes it's a struggle.
I want to let the people know I'm okay. I'm
Okay.
figuring it out. This week was a
glad to
good
hear
week. happy to be here.
Yes.
Thank y'all for indulging me in that.
Yes.
Wacky.
I promise I never know what's happening.
I appreciate it. Oh my goodness, that was a good one.
What's going to be here today, huh?
You never know.
Okay.
I'm ready to
Well,
have a good
speaking
time.
of curveballs, here goes another one.
Uh-oh. Wait, what is happening? I love it. We in the mix. Let's do it.
You said yes.
I did say yes.
And so here we are.
I absolutely did say yes.
And so now that we've checked in and we kind of know where we are, we want to talk a little bit about what this episode feels like. So the word today is reverence. The word is reverence. So when we do this segment, I share a word that I think gives us an idea of what the episode feels like, but it's a word that I made up in case you didn't catch that part.
Yeah, it ain't in Merriam-Webster's. It ain't in Merriam-Webster. Merriam-Webster didn't do that one.
But the intention is to think about where we are and to try to create language that captures authentic nuance for the experience that we're living, which is very different, I think, from any other experience we've had historically. And so we might not have, maybe there's a word that exists, but it was more fun for me to make up one.
Yeah,
so I made up
we
one.
dig it around here. All words are made up. So we dig it.
Listen, that's a fact.
All
it
words
started
are made
somewhere.
up.
You're not wrong.
We dig it.
Yeah. And collectively, a group of people said, I'm good with it.
And so here we go. Because anything is possible, as Aaron reminded me today.
Anything's possible.
Okay. So the word today, this episode feels like reverence. Which one of y'all wants to take a stab at what that word might mean?
Certainly not me.
Okay.
I knew that was.
I appreciate that you leaned in to make sure.
Yeah. Reverence.
Yes.
I feel like this is a spelling bee.
Okay. But I cannot, but I'm going to ask I probably could, but I'll ask the audience while you think about it. You use the word in a sentence based on what you think it means. What do you think reverence means?
So reverence, I guess if I'm coming up with two words to make up that word, it would be reverence.
Okay.
So kind of like an understanding and respect for the past and what has happened.
Okay.
And the other word I was thinking of might be governance.
Oh.
Well, that O says that maybe I wasn't in the right.
But I like where this is going. I like your thought process.
And so for me, I was thinking governance. I was like, okay, so we have to have an understanding and respect for the past, but then exercise some kind of due diligence and control over how we manage our movement into the future.
Okay. I like how you think.
That's pretty good.
Where are you? What are you thinking?
That was pretty good. Can I cheat? Can I phone a friend?
Cheat. Please cheat.
All right. Okay. Oh my goodness. Reverence. Okay. We have that part of it.
Yep.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
What do you, even if you can't come up with the word, what do you think is the definition? Or what do you think I'm getting at with the word reverence?
I do feel a sense of creating safety or creating a special pocket of something or protecting some sort of space or something like that. That's the imagery that comes to mind. Something that is carefully constructed and thoughtful and mindfully done, right? Intentionally done, that needs to be protected in some kind of way. Am I close?
Close. I think both of you did a great job. So you're both right. Reverence was the first word that I was starting with. The second word was resonance. Resonance.
I can see that now.
So reverence.
Because I can't.
Reverence.
You said really? Because I can't. I can't.
I love
Still
it.
not
Resonance.
Okay.
Well,
let me see if the definition will help you out.
Tell me about it.
It's reverence and resonance.
Okay,
resonance. The definition, according to me, is a deep embodied respect for what is, what has been, and what is to come.
Okay. Okay.
So resonance speaking to, being able to connect with some future point in time.
Okay.
That's so that it will resonate. Whatever this is, whatever the message, whatever the feeling, whatever the story, whatever it is, will resonate far down the line, future point in time.
Okay.
kind of similar to what I was saying. It'll still be relevant. It'll still make sense.
Okay, so
Right.
a kind of timeless kind of quality.
Yes, timelessness, exactly.
Okay, I got that.
But that also kind of, it does kind of speak to where we are right now, right? And then, so the reverence piece is like the where we are and where we have been, and then the resonance piece of where we're going. And again, sort of, I guess, this feeling of like pulling everything into a single moment. If that, I mean, I don't, without going all into the things, I think that was a part of my thought process around the topic today, which is unlearning the hustle, redefining success on your terms. I feel like
Unlearning the hustle.
one of the things, many things, but that have changed, but one of the things I think that has drastically changed, that I see at least, especially between where we are now in the work world and what is coming, is as the conversation about wellness continues to expand and become much more commonplace, particularly mental health. We have 3 therapists sitting up here, right? Like 3 Black therapists. That wasn't a thing.
Speak on it.
Yeah.
That wasn't a thing,
Speak
right?
on
And
it.
all the
For sure.
everybody that we learned about in our program,
Not a one.
They weren't
not
black.
a
Not a
single
one.
They were not
Black
They were not black.
voice.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so as the conversation of mental health starts to become more common in general, but more specifically amongst Black people, and the way we think about who we are, that now is a much more full picture. Because we used to be, as Black people, we weren't workers. We were the work.
Yeah.
Like we were the labor, right? Like we weren't doing the labor. Like our bodies themselves were the labor. So as we sort of redefine ourselves and make ourselves less objectified,
Less of a commodity, even.
less of a commodity, the way we think about the position of our work in our lives and how our work has been so closely tied, quite literally as Black people, to our worth. What you are able to do determines how much somebody would be willing to pay for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we talk about the historical context of that as Black people in like specifically, as we sort of start to shift our own understanding of self in that context, our relationship to work has to change. And then you throw in the AI layer of that. And it's a whole...
It gets crazy.
Quickly. Very quickly. And if we're not conscious about those things happening, and we're not making choices about how we consider those things happening and what that means for how we move through our experience, if we're not doing that, then we're taking what we're given, which we have done for far too long.
Right. Right.
Like we have made $1 out of 15 cents in any way you can ever do that. So
Yeah.
I think at some point we have to say we have agency and autonomy, and we're looking to now start to assert ourselves in the way that we think about and move through our lives. That's especially true in work. And so, especially because in large part what I'm talking about, I think when we talk about your specialty of imposter syndrome, so much of that, I don't see myself in this room. I'm the first, I'm the only. So I'm questioning my belonging. That, I'm sure, has a large part to do with how and where and with whom we see imposter syndrome even showing up.
Yep.
So all of that together is what we want to try to talk about today. And
I like it.
20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, we can do it. We can do it. We're so excited to have you on the show, Sivan. Very interested in hearing your perspective on it. Especially coupled with what you do and how you do it.
Yeah.
What I know of you is very unique. You bring a very unique touch to it. And I don't mean that as just like a placeholder. Like everything I've ever seen you do or touch has your personality in it.
Cannot run from it.
And I think that is so dope.
Yeah.
Right. So I really appreciate that. And just kind of want to give you some flowers.
Hey, appreciate that. I'm glad that comes out still. Like, I definitely don't try to hide. I can't. So, I don't even try to put too much.
Every time I see you, I'm like, that's Steve.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
Every day.
Right. So welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so as I mentioned, we're trying to unpack a lot of layers to this particular topic that goes into talking about unlearning the hustle. And the one thing I want to kind of talk about is like, I remember a friend of mine saying, so I was, I be gone. So I was, I was on my way to wherever I was going, and a friend of mine, she said, "Is it a work or vacation trip?" I was like, "Oh, it's a vacation," and she said, "You deserve this." And I was in a mood, not a bad one, but just in a place where I'm like, I got time today. And I said, is there anyone who doesn't deserve this?
Whoa, oh, that's a good question. That's a good question.
Who doesn't deserve to go to a beautiful place and enjoy themselves, or rest, or just learn something new, or learn something new about themselves? Like, is there a person you can name that doesn't deserve this? And how do we, my question underneath that is, how do you determine who deserves it? Is it that you think I deserve it because you know I work so much and you feel like now you get to rest because I've proven myself or earned my, like, what are we getting at when we say that?
Yeah, it's the last part.
Yeah.
That idea of having to earn your leisure.
Like earn that.
Yeah, when, rest is required. Rest is not negotiable. If you don't sleep, you will literally die.
That's a fact.
So rest is non-negotiable.
Right. So that kind of, for me, that conversation around like deserving and sort of having to earn our rest and all this, and how it's tied up in, I think it is the other side of the hustle culture coin. That's like, you gotta always be on the grind. I remember there was a time, especially in social media land, where it was like, they sleep, we grind, I sleep when I die. And there's this very like, like grind yourself into the ground, like narrative that we kind of broadly accepted as like, if you're not willing to do that, right, then like, do you really want it? You don't really want it. I remember there was like a, do you want it? It was just, there's just a lot of like narratives. I remember hearing there was one person that was like, if you're sleeping 8 hours, you can't be serious about your life. I'm like, what?
Because if I don't, over time, I won't have a life. How about that part?
How about it?
How about that part? I will have no life.
How about it? So anyway, those are the types of things that I think we're up against, right? And that is really, if those are the cultural definitions of success, how are we spoke in an episode in the past about how burnout can be not just about being tired and exhausted, but about being misaligned too. And trying to force yourself to do something that's really not it. And if you're forcing yourself to live up to a definition of success that doesn't reflect you, and somebody else's definition is about how much they earn, and for you it's about how many people you're able to impact, and those two things are related but not always overlapping.
Right. Say that part.
But you have a definition of success that may not align with the one that your work ethic is chasing, because that is what you inherited. And if you can step back and say, well, how am I measured? What's my metric for success?
Yeah.
That puts you in a position to change your approach and your experience, right? So I'm thinking, like, where do you start when you're defining when you're defining success for yourself? Where do you start?
Oh, that is a great question. Oh, I like this. So for me personally, okay. So for me, I think that like my metric for success is based off of progress, not so much the destination. And so for me, I give myself grace in that way to allow myself to continue to grow and evolve and be better. And so that I'm not kind of measuring it that I have to get to a certain point in order to feel good about myself, that as I am learning, I am doing, I am accomplishing, maybe I took some steps back, maybe I stopped off and chilled for a minute. It's all good because it's part of the process, because I'm all about the progress. Like, how close am I getting to where I am trying to get? And that will continue to shift. Like the goal line will not be steady for me. Because I like to do stuff, right?
Because I like to do stuff.
Can I follow up?
Oh, for sure.
On that? Okay, so I'm so curious as to how do you impart that wisdom to your clients, right? When I see that you work with high achievers, immediately what comes to my mind are people that are hyper involved in the hustle, right? That work sun up to sundown. You know the type, like type A personality is what, they used to call them. How do you impart that wisdom and encourage people to take a beat or slow down or check in? How is that?
So, now I'm going to get myself in trouble, right?
This is the edge snatching part of the show.
That's why I said I'm going to get myself in trouble. Because the way I start is, well, if that was working for you, then why we hanging out like that?
Yeah.
Right. And so for me, and that's not to say that only time people work with me is when life is in, shambles. But in the real, it's like, okay, if it were working well, then you wouldn't be feeling some type of way about how it's going for you. And so that the fact that we're talking about it, then we got to be open to the idea that maybe that's not flowing in the way that you had hoped it would. Right. So this grind that you're on, this constantly wanting to do, maybe we kind of pull back off of that and we start to create a new narrative about what success means and what it looks like for you. And we start to incorporate things that aren't just, did I make X amount of dollars? Did I win X amount of awards? Did I have the American dream and all the, check boxes? Mm-hmm. It's more about like, what is your legacy that you want? What are you trying to teach your kids? The stuff you've done, have you celebrated that? How do you feel about that stuff? And really forcing them to kind of take some stock into that, and that if you aren't doing those things and you are so heavily focused on where you're trying to get to, then you are missing a lot of what's happening in real time. Mm-hmm. And the reason you don't feel good about anything you've done is because you've not spent any time looking at it.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, mic drop moment.
Because
I love that. I do.
The edges are gone.
Yeah.
But
I said I was going to get it. I gave a disclaimer.
First of all, when you kicked it off with, well, how's that working for you? I understand that it is a valid question, but it stings a little bit because the answer is likely that it isn't. Mm-hmm. It's not working. Mm-hmm. Not according to whatever I would want, right? Because maybe it's working in that it's producing a particular outcome and I am achieving things.
That
hence
is happening, yes.
Hence I am a high achiever. Mm-hmm. I am doing things, but perhaps the issue is how I feel in the process.
Yeah.
And if I can't be well, or if I don't feel grounded or aligned, if I can't be proud because maybe I'm achieving things, say I work for a company and I'm hitting all the marks, but the brand or the company doesn't align with my personal values. So every time I achieve something in this space, although it's being celebrated because it's meeting the bottom line of the company, personally, I feel like, oof, is an example I'm saying, right? And so there are ways that you can be producing and getting things done out in the world that feel like warrant celebration, which then can create a little bit more imposterism because now it's like, I do see that I'm doing the things and people are telling me I'm great, but I'm feeling like not so much. So I'm not just an imposter in the space that I'm in where I don't feel like I belong and I'm questioning when I'm going to get found out or whatever those things are. But I also now feel like an imposter to the people who are celebrating me because y'all think I'm doing something and I'm on the inside like, no.
Yeah, you can't hold it or can't incorporate it.
No.
Yeah. What's coming up for me is, and we could probably do a whole nother episode on this, but what happens when success hurts?
I like that. I like that language. I like that.
What happens, right? Because, oftentimes when I'm working with folks who are experiencing anxiety or depression or what have you, oftentimes they don't seek help or counsel until something hurts. Mm-hmm. So they can have all the money in the world. And trust me, I have people, this is LA, right? So I have people who are making tons of money.
Yep.
But they don't recognize themselves. They have bad relationships with their children, with their spouses, really bad relationships with themselves. Maybe they're great at sales, but like you mentioned before, they're not aligned with the company's vision. Mm-hmm. So every time they make a sale, they feel bad about themselves. Mm-hmm. I was in that situation before, when I was in subprime lending years back before.
Oh, yeah.
We all got a taste of that, right? And that was back before, 2008, before that bubble burst. So making money hand over fist, but I didn't like who I was on track to become.
Sure.
Right. And success started to hurt a lot.
The accomplishment was a letdown.
Yeah. Yeah. Big letdown.
Yeah.
Big letdown. Because in order to accomplish whatever the theys out there thought I needed to, I had to lose parts of myself along the way. Right. So that's why I asked you, that's really what kind of occasioned the question. Because, you have people that come in and on paper, everything should be great. I should feel good about this. I work here. I make X amount of dollars. but it ain't all good.
Right. It's
the other
Dr.
side of
Joy's
achievement.
word. It's the resonance part.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like being disconnected from the good that you're doing. And I think that's the issue, right? And it's like if you are, you said misaligned, not in a space that you want to be in, but you're being successful, that success, it falls flat.
Oh. What's coming up for me as I think about that is I can't imagine, going back to your question of how we invested our time this week, can you imagine maybe you don't have to imagine, going to work, investing so much time and energy into something to achieve what it is you were trying to achieve when you were investing the time and energy, and for that to still be like, no. And it's not only is it falling flat, it feels like it's digging out parts of you, because every time you invest more of your life into this thing, it's like it's working against, it's like a self-betrayal.
Yeah.
Like I
it can be.
continuously betray myself in the
can be.
name of some other definition of success, or in the name of I don't see another pathway out. I've built my life around this particular income, and now I can't make the change because I have a family that depends on me to do the thing. And
Oh, absolutely.
whatever those questions or issues are that might come up.
Yeah, and as it relates to the podcast's overall topic of how that's integrated into the scope of AI, like I think people are starting to feel real uncertain about their futures because they are hustling, they are doing the things, and they've been working hard at it. And all of a sudden, technology comes and it makes your efforts that you've been doing the last 15 years obsolete.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of that in the world right now, which I think is why our podcast is frankly so timely, because I think lots of people are exploring those things, at least in my therapy room, right?
Oh, for sure.
People are coming with that.
Yeah.
It made me think about the return on investment. And it's kind of like people are putting in the effort and not getting back what they think they should.
Right.
And whether that's like, an error on my part in terms of the expectation
Sure.
that I thought it should yield.
Yeah.
Or if that's actually, I am, investing into a, kind of non-profitable or fruitful situation.
Sure.
It made me think about like the AI and the hustle culture, but like how success is about for high achievers doing and accomplishing productivity.
Yes.
And how the incorporation of AI makes it easy for people who are skilled and talented. You can't just AI just gonna make everybody great.
No, it's
you
not.
gotta come with
it's
some
definitely
stuff.
not. Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta
Put it in
put
there,
something
but
in.
you gotta
Get
put-
some to get some
I
now.
brought AI, I brought me,
Sure,
and
sure.
together we gonna do
Together.
some
Right,
PB&J, right?
Right.
And so it's like, well, for those people, then now I am able to do more with less effort.
Yeah.
How do I then, I guess count my success or feel good about it if
I'm giving credit to the AI that did it.
Yeah, because I'm giving credit saying that, AI made it so that I could do this, which is already a thing for high achievers. Like they have to own every aspect of the accomplishment in order for it to count.
Mind your business.
but then it's also the part about like the definition of the success for them contains an element that it needs to have hard work or adversity in it
Yeah.
for it to count.
For it to count.
So much of the hustle culture, I got it out the mud. Like
Yeah.
so much of it has that. Like
wanna get it out the mud.
I don't want to be in the mud.
I
Do you
don't wanna
see
dig
these
in the
boots?
mud.
I don't want to be in the mud with these boots.
I don't want to dig in the mud for it.
I don't want
Right,
dirty
know what I mean?
success. I want
Man, listen.
Say that again.
Yeah.
You know what?
So how then,
Boy.
if we're talking about that, right? I love this topic of like, if hustle culture kind of requires or demands by definition that we are in fact hustling and grinding to get what we have, and that part of the badge of honor is that I worked hard to get this. Hard work for a lot of people is a core value, right? And so if that is the narrative and it kind of necessitates that, and then in comes AI that can make some of the things that we do, depending on the nature of your work, that much easier, and it can feel like it's stripping you of then ownership in some ways, or at least if you already struggle with imposterism, it can start to perpetuate that in ways that's like, oh, but you guys are clapping for me and giving me awards or giving me promotions and raises and celebrating this. And in my mind, I'm like, I didn't even really do this. All I did was say a little prompt to the AI, and now I'm not even able to really. It creates even an even bigger gap between yourself and your achievements, which is what I hear you saying is a lot of times the struggle.
Yeah.
So have you? I'm sure you've been seeing that, but what are some of the things that you would say, or how do you bring people back to the reality that, to your point, yes, AI might have done some things, but it's still you are still part of that PB and J equation, and it doesn't happen without the PB or the J. You got to be one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
how are you bringing
about
people
to
back
get
to
me
that
in trouble
reality? Okay,
again.
snap. So you got these edges on the right, you're going to get these on the left now. Okay, go.
Doing this, Dr. Joe.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get the people what they need.
No, so I mean, I feel it's like an expansion of a conversation that's already happening. That we know high achievers already struggle with the idea that if it were easy, why are people celebrating it for me? Right? Like I got this thing done. It wasn't a heavy lift. It wasn't a hard effort. I'm not gassed afterwards. So I'm unsatisfied
Unworthy
with it.
of.
Like I scored 50 points, but that team wasn't that good.
First of all,
Right? Like 50 is 50 on the stat sheet.
50 is 50.
Hey, because everybody
points
didn't
is
score
50
50
points.
That's all I'm saying, right?
I agree with that.
So
I agree with that.
So the reason I said I'm gonna get in trouble is because here we go.
I love that you see it coming.
I see it coming. I know
Okay.
because I hear this conversation from folks in a religious aspect, right? And where for my high achieving Christians, they will have a conversation where all glory be to God, right? So the good that I did is not mine to be owner of, like to take credit for, and I have to give that to God. So anything you see is His and not mine. And so I see it as like an expansion of that conversation. And what I tell people in that moment is like, well, what I know to be true of people is that you can be endowed with gifts and you can ruin that.
And
You can ruin that. You can ruin
Absolutely.
that. So if you have the ability to ruin it, if it went really well, how did that happen then? Explain it to me.
you know
Oh
what?
boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
You might have actually restored my edges with that one. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
The call out by
appreciate
name
that.
was ingenious. I like that.
Okay.
I like that. Yeah,
Okay.
direct confrontation. I like it.
So let's just be responsible for the part you did. So
Yeah.
AI was able to do something with speed because it can, search all the interwebs and come back with an answer. But you gave it that direction to where to go look for and where.
Yes.
And when it brought you something back, you had a discerning eye to understand whether or not it brought the correct thing. Like you go give your order right. Did Uber Eats show up with the right? This ain't mine.
Right.
This ain't it.
Send it back.
Yeah.
I'm in there. Missing items. You know what I'm saying? It's not there. My fries ain't there.
Right.
And you know that because you know what you ordered.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that.
You came in here and did a little something, something.
Perfect.
Came in here and did a little something,
Perfect
something.
answer.
Appreciate you, man.
Look
You
at
done
him. Off
worked
the
out.
top of the dome.
Hey, that's where I live with
This
it, right?
is how you live. This is how you get it.
Yeah.
All day. Steve on all day.
I love that.
Love it. Thanks, man.
Appreciate that.
Thanks so much for lending your voice.
Well,
Deep
now
breath.
that Stevon got us together,
All right.
got us all the way together. This is the part of the show where we want to give you a root reflection that might help you kind of swirl this stuff around in your own mind and think about how it applies to you. So,
Yeah.
you want to jump into that root reflection?
Yeah, I'll take the rooted reflection this week. And the rooted reflection is, how are you letting the hustle define you out of context? Okay. I want you to ask yourself, who or what am I hustling for? And is this the way that I am hustling in alignment of my ideas and my values? Does this serve my values? Or does it demonstrate my purpose? I know that was a mouthful for this week, but it's really good stuff in there.
Yeah.
So first of all, we want you to define the hustle on your own and then create the context. Who are you doing it for? Are you hustling the way that you want to be hustling? Is your hustling in alignment with who you are and your values? Does it serve you? Does it serve your community? Does it serve your family? And does it demonstrate that you understand your purpose? Right?
I love it.
Woo.
That's it.
They got homework.
They got
If you
homework.
listening, you got
Homework.
homework. Yeah.
Homework.
Hello,
Because one of the
human.
things, absolutely, one of the things that we said is that there's enough people out there. There's enough out there trying to tell you what to think and how to feel. And we don't want to be another voice in the echo chamber of that. So it was more so like we want to talk about how we feel where we are, and then we
Exactly.
want to present the questions that allow folks to explore whatever the topic is in their own way and come up with their own conclusions about where they land on this, because they may fall somewhere that is completely different from where we are. And that's okay. Because the intention here is to plant the seed for the conversations. We want people to be engaging with this technology and with media mindfully, consciously,
Yes.
with a discerning eye. I love that you use the word discern me.
Curiously, without
Curiously,
fear,
all of these
boldly,
things.
all that,
Absolutely,
all
yes.
that. Okay.
Yes. So with that, now that you have your reflections, your homework, we want to leave you with this that we hope feels good between now and our next episode. The algorithm bends to me. I am the creative force that drives the algorithm. My humanness is the model and the inspiration, and the creative journey goes where I lead it. So that's a mouthful, but the point is, you have agency.
Absolutely.
You get to decide, you get to
Absolutely.
define, you get to declare, and then everything else will follow. Okay?
What a wonderful episode. Thank you very much again to
Yes.
Stevon Lewis
Thank
here with
you.
us.
Thanks for having
Appreciate
me.
you,
Thank you,
sir.
thank you.
Yes.
And very quickly, where can the people find you?
I make it easy. I use my government name for everything. So Stevon Lewis, if you Google that, all my stuff comes up. Website is stevonlewis.com, and I'm on Instagram at Stevon Lewis MFT.
Well done.
Letter Mary
Well
Frances
done.
Thomas, and I'm doing nice things on the internet, helping
You
people
are.
get
You are.
insight and awareness.
Thanks
You
for
are.
joining us today, Stevon. We really appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Okay. All right, folks. Until next time. Bye.